And we take all these different lenses. This is what I was taught at church. This is the way I read this. This is the way society has told me to view things. This is the way my culture says to view things. This is the way VeggieTales says to do it. This is the way my translation reads. All these different things are filters. And when you realize you're looking at God through a stack of filters, hundreds deep, when you start unpacking, it's kind of like in cognitive therapy, when you start unpacking why do you do what you do, you start breaking these agreements. You're like, holy crap, I don't just have an agreement to, always care about the way my hair looks. I actually have an agreement because my parents used to get on to me because they said I wasn't presentable, which actually goes to the agreement your parents made because of agreement with their parents. Like, it goes down the line. There's all these filters and filters stacked on filters that we have picked up to view God through. And it's like we're trying to read the text through 20 magnifying glasses to pick apart these small things. But if you remove all of those and look at the bigger picture, creation as a whole is beautiful. And it's so vast and it's so amazing. And we'll spend our whole life just trying to remove these filters. And I think that's the beauty of God. And when you get outside of this traditional churchyisms of literal black and white, everything's this way or that way, tit for tat kind of mentality, you realize like, wow, God is so vast. God is so beautiful. And just because I don't believe in a 7-day creation, or I don't really know if I believe, like Genesis is accurate, which, like shocker. I don't believe Genesis is accurate. I don't believe the story of Noah is accurate. I believe that it was written by someone many years later, passed down orally tradition. And if you find all that kind of stuff interesting, my other podcast, Itinerant, I just said, another plug here, literally that's what it's about, because this stuff is so fascinating to me. So if this stuff's fascinating to you, like, please go find it, because I think you'll enjoy it. But like, that's what's so crazy is you don't have to come to the same realization to realize the redemptive power of Christ.
Well, I want to preface this as well, is that we can get so hung up on those filters.
Oh, yeah.
We can get so hung up on, well, my pastor says this, but my dad actually says this, but I believe this, but my spouse thinks that. Like, we can get so confused and so trapped in those filters that we aren't actually seeing God.
Mm-hmm.
You can study the Bible and never actually know God. You can study, the theology and the Greek and the Hebrew and all this stuff and go to school for this, be trained for this, be a pastor your entire life and all this stuff. And you can go your entire life without actually understanding who God is for yourself. And that can be scary. And I want to preface this that you don't have to get hung up on that. You can ask questions, but you probably won't get all the answers, and that's okay. Not everyone can know every little thing. God's not going to reveal everything, why he created things, every detail to every single person or even one specific person. But there's beauty in asking questions because you don't know what you actually might find the answer to. And I feel like that's the importance of discernment. That's the importance of prayer and seeking it out for yourself, and not what somebody else told you the Bible said, not what you think the Bible says, but really, what is God trying to reveal to you?